When choosing a product to sell in your Etsy shop, you want to be 100% certain that you are choosing products that are in high demand on the Etsy platform. And we are going to go over 4 of those products in today's video. Selling a highly in-demand product in my own shop is how I was able to make over $30,000 in revenue over the last 30 days. About $8,000 of that would have been my profit. And we're in the slowest months in my shop right now. January, February, and March are the slowest months. So I expect it to continue just ramping up from here on out to the end of the year. A high in-demand product just means a product that lots of people are already coming to Etsy and typing in the search bar for that product. Etsy is a search engine, just like Facebook, just like Google, just like YouTube. Today, when you wanted to find a video about how to make more sales on Etsy, you went into the search bar on YouTube and you typed something along those lines in. And that is exactly how Etsy works also. Etsy has nearly 100 million buyers coming in to their platform and shopping. So we want to make sure we're capitalizing on what those shoppers are already coming to Etsy to get and to purchase. And just to be super clear here today, we're talking about products. Products are things like tumblers, keychains, they're items. So products are different and not to be confused with niches. An upcoming video is going to focus on niches for these products that we're going to be chatting about today. And a niche is kind of a topic of interest that a customer might have, and that design is going to appeal to that customer. So for example, you might have cat type designs for the cat lover. That's the niche that you're designing in, and you're putting that design on your product, like your tumbler. Or maybe you've got a teacher design, or you've got a mom design, and your niches can stay really broad, like teacher or mom, or they could get much more specific and you can niche down within that broader niche. So for a teacher, you might niche down to specific types of teachers: a 4th grade teacher, a 2nd grade teacher, a media specialist. For your mom designs, you might niche down to a soccer mom, a sarcastic, funny mom shirt. So lots of different types of sub-niches within the larger categories. We'll loop back briefly at the end of this video back to niches after we've chatted about those 4 highly in-demand products that we want to stock our shops with. These are all going to be print-on-demand products. So that means we can have a print shop like Printful or Printify print the items for us on these products. We never have to touch the products. We don't have to ship them. The print company does all that for us. All we have to do is take our designs, superimpose them on top of a picture of our product, and list that for sale in our Etsy shops. Now, if you are a beginner, I will say this real quick before we jump in. You only really want to pick one product and get really good at it. With each product, there's an entire learning curve that comes with that. You have to learn the best types of niches that are going to go on that product. You have to do market research within those niches. You need to learn what the pricing strategy should be within that product. You need to invest in mock-ups, those little pictures of the product that you're going to superimpose your design on top of. You need to create a template for you to list from so that you have the description for that and all of your listing photos that explain about that product so the customer understands what they're purchasing. So you don't want to get bogged down with all of that. My best advice to you is to choose one highly in-demand product. You can scale a shop all the way out to 6 figures with just one highly in-demand product. And that's exactly what I've done, at least, and that's what my friends are working on doing. And so I'll take a quick second to introduce myself. I'm Shawna. You can find me also on another channel called Simply Shawna. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. This is our collaborative channel, and I'm working with my friends Leneda, who has over 1,000 sales, Shay, who has over 100 sales, and our friend Mike, who is still under that 10 sales mark. He's inching up toward that 10 sales. And they are sharing their journeys here on this channel to inspire others and to keep themselves accountable and working diligently, because that can be the biggest thing that holds people back, being consistent in their shops. And all of us have chosen one product to focus on. And as we get successful with that product and we've scaled it out, we've started to add other products. So I myself have a number of products in my shop, but I am a six-figure seller and I'm working on this full time at this point. So I have time to really look into those additional products. Laneta, being at over 1,000 sales, has also added another product to her shop. So as something starts selling, a design starts selling, she can now add it to that second product that she added to her shop. Mike and Shay are still in those phases where they are just focusing on that one product. The product that we are all focusing on did make this list of 4, so we will be getting to that one. Let's jump in and get to our first product that we could build a 6-figure business on. And that first product is going to be phone cases. We're looking here at a shop that has 107 listings, and they're all phone cases. And they have built a successful shop. They've been on Etsy since 2020. They have 6,658 sales, which is not super impressive, that amount of sales for being on Etsy for that long. However, with the caveat that they only did this with 107 listings is actually pretty unbelievable. Let's take a deeper look at another listing that is generating a lot of revenue for a different shop that's selling phone cases. We're going to be using a paid tool. I'm using Everbee. You'll see it in just a second, where we can really kind of stock this listing and get more juicy information on it, so we can decide if these are the kinds of designs we would want to put in our shop and the type of product that we want to stock our shop with. There is also a free version of Everbee. I believe you get 10 searches a month for that if you're using the free version. I will leave it linked down below so you can access that really quickly with a quick click of a button, but that is what I'm about to be using, Everbee. Here we can see this particular listing is estimated, Everbee is estimating that its monthly sales are 550 sales a month. Its estimated monthly revenue is $7,805 a month. And it has sold 5,550 times, and it was listed just 10 months ago. So those are phenomenal stats. This listing is really generating a lot of income for the shop. And heading over to Printful, I see that there are several different options of phone cases. And then heading over to Printify, there are even more options of phone cases. So lots of different products to choose from if you chose to go into this category. This product category. Product number 2 for our highly in-demand products is going to be mugs. Mugs are such a great product because the Etsy platform is a place where many people are coming to buy gifts. It is known to be a place where people are going to pick up gifts, special gifts for others. And mugs are really one of those products that sell well within that category of gifts. You don't have to know what kind of phone someone has like you would with a phone case. You don't have to know what size they wear like when you're picking out apparel for somebody. So a mug with the right design for an interest, a topic that's interesting to the person that someone is gifting to, can really be such a special gift. Also, don't forget about personalization. So these are a lot of times personalized to make the product that much more special when given as a gift. I wanted to find an example for this because there's some really big examples where mugs are making tons and tons of money. But I really wanted to find an example of a newer shop. Now, this shop only has 78 listings in it. It was heavy with mugs. There was a couple different products, mostly mugs though. This particular shop is only 9 months old, again 78 listings, and this listing here is estimated, Everbee, we're using Everbee again, they are estimating that the revenue is $1,705 a month just for this one listing, and this listing is only 2 months old. Taking a quick peek over here at Printify, you'll see lots and lots of mug options. I use this one here, the ceramic mug, 11 ounces, and I do this through Printify because it is cheaper. This is the cheapest one I've been able to find to fulfill that with, but lots of different mugs. You've even got camp mugs, lots of cute options for mugs if you choose to sell this product. I do have 2 more high in demand products for you. And these are personally my favorites and how I've made the majority of money in my shop. I will take a second though, just to invite you, if you are enjoying this content, to go in and boop the like button down below so I know that you're enjoying this content and I know to create more content like it for you. And also go ahead and subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video that I create for this channel, which is going to focus on high in demand niches to put on these products. So the types of designs you'd want to create for these products. And I will let one of those niches out of the bag now. It's going to be groomsmen gifts. Groomsmen gifts is making my list for the niche video that's coming up because it has high search volumes. So lots of people coming to Etsy and searching that groomsmen gifts, searching that in the search bar, but it's got low Etsy competition, which means relatively speaking to the amount of people that are searching it, there aren't that many listings addressing it with that phrase, groomsmen gifts. You won't want to miss that one, so you want to make sure you subscribe and put your notifications on so that you get an alert when that one comes out. And I'd like to note one more thing here. If you have been watching the channel and you've been watching Leneda's journey and you've been watching Mike's journey and you've been watching Shay's journey, they're posting once each month to update you about what their journey is like, how many sales they're getting and the things they're struggling with or that their wins for that month. If you are watching that and enjoying that journey, I'm thinking about doing a video each month that kind of just quickly goes over the listings that they've each done by week, the sales that they've gotten by week, a kind of a snapshot of just what their efforts are in their shop and where those efforts are leading them, and just doing a quick video each month where you'd have that info. If that sounds like something that you would be inspired by and that you would be interested in my doing, let me know down in the comments. Encourage me to do that so I know that that's worth my while here and that I'm making content that you're interested in watching. All right, product number 3 is going to be T-shirts. So this is the product that I do have primarily in my shop and my friends also have primarily in their shops. In this section, we are going to first focus just on some results that are possible when you're selling T-shirts. And then we'll have a little 6-figure confessions moment where I show you some of my specific listing and what the results have been with those specific listings. When hunting out a shop to show you, I was very quickly able to find some successful T-shirt shops. And that's probably because I do a lot of personal research on T-shirts. So a lot of these, for my own designs, my own market research when I'm working. So those were probably pulling up pretty easily for me. But this was one of them. This shop has 520,000 sales, over 520,000 sales. They primarily sell T-shirts. They currently have 1,817 listings in their shop, and they've been on Etsy since 2015. So this shop has been working for a long time. That I would wager to guess they've gone through more than, I wouldn't be surprised if they've gone through 10 to 15,000 listings, and they just kind of have the ones that are working the best still listed. Here's another T-shirt shop with 37,314 sales. They currently have 1,222 listings. And when I do a little hunting, I see their first review came through April 9th, 2023. So they are just about a year old. So that is phenomenal success in 1 year. Crazy success. 2 more examples of T-shirt success here. We've got one. This is estimated monthly revenue of $13,048. It's such a simple custom listing. Like they're basically saying you could choose one of these colors and we'll put your custom text in these different fonts. And they have sold this over and over again to the tune of $13,048 of revenue every month is what Everbee is estimating on that. And then we've got this listing here that's only 5 months old. This person jumped in on this trend. This is a specific look that's been trending, and they've been able to now have an estimated monthly revenue of $32,102. And they've sold this T-shirt 4,234 times since it's been listed, and that was just 5 months ago. So that, of course, is fantastic results, but quite exaggerated. I don't have anything in my own shop that has done that. I hope to report one day that I do. I'm just going to keep plugging away until I get a listing that does that. If they could do it, I could do it too. And if I could do it, you can do it also. So I will show you some results that I actually do have in my own shop. Now keep in mind, right now in my journey, I've been on Etsy a little over 3 years. Last year, which would have been my 3rd year on Etsy, I was able to have over $700,000 in revenue come through my shop. My profit last year was $162,000 after I paid for my Etsy ads and all of my products, and bottom line, back to me, $162,000 profit. From that, I still have to pay taxes, but that's the only thing that wasn't coming out of that number that I'm sharing with you. So what does that look like in real time with my listings? If I don't have any listings like that one there, then what does it look like? First of all, I have many, many listings in my shop. So I have been listing over time, and I've probably tried about 6,000 listings. Those are not all active in my shop currently. I've let a lot of them drop out after 3 or 4 cycles of not making any sales. So they'll go through 3 or 4 month periods where they are, expiring. And after they've expired, the 3rd or 4th time, they've had their chance. They're not going anywhere. So I go ahead and I let those fall away from the shop. So I have a small number of listings in my shop that are doing this. These are my best sellers. These are the ones that are really consistently making me money. And I've really worked hard to try to make sure I'm getting a couple of these that sell at different times of the year. So at Christmas time, I have certain ones that do really well. And at this time of year, I've worked in certain niches that do well at this time of year to really round my shop out. And I've been able to get a couple of these. So this one's getting me an estimated monthly revenue of $1,888. That's somewhere around $500 of profit for the month. And then I've got a bunch that are like this. And this is actually kind of on the weaker end of this. So this is showing $26 of revenue. I have a bunch here that are like, they show maybe $26 between, that and maybe $200 or $300 of revenue a month. I have a bunch of those that are adding to my profits. And then, I have a bunch of these. I bet you can vibe with me here. You know what this looks like. I have a whole bunch of these. So all of that just to convey to you that it is not magic, that it just starts to add up as you get good with the market research and whatever product you're deciding to work in, and you get more knowledgeable about the types of designs people actually want to buy, more of your items will start to sell. And then when you have bunches and bunches and bunches of those, you have an opportunity to have all of that kind of coming together in a beautiful way to be making you really good money month after month throughout the year. 4th highly in-demand product to sell on Etsy, and this is the second product I started adding to my shop, is sweatshirts. This shop has 53,809 sales, and they primarily are doing sweatshirts. They have 1,076 listings, and that's probably pretty close to how many listings that they've tried. Maybe they've let a few of them fall off, because I say that because when I came down here and I went to their last page of reviews, I took a peek when their first review was published, and it was October 6th, 2022. So this shop is a year and a couple months old, maybe a year and like 4 months old. So it's not a super old shop. It's a pretty new shop, and the amount of sales they have, that's way over the amount of sales I had at that age, when my shop was that age. So their shop is killing it. Using Everbee again and looking at this sweatshirt listing, which is a simple cat mom type of design, this listing age is 13 months old. It sold 2,006 times. And the revenue, the monthly revenue that Everbee is estimating for it is $7,874. You have lots of options. If you head over to Printful or Printify, you'll see lots of sweatshirt options. I use the Gildan 18,000. Phone cases, mugs, t-shirts, and sweatshirts are in very high demand on Etsy, but they are also very saturated. And so that is to say, there are already many Etsy sellers selling those products. But that is okay. Do not let that scare you off. If you want to do well on Etsy, you really do need to have high in-demand products in your shop. And you just have to learn how to put the right kinds of designs together in the right types of niches so that you can make those sales. And that's really not that hard to do. As a matter of fact, if you want to know how to stand out in the market with your sweatshirts and get someone to stop scrolling through search results, take note of your design and click into your listing, then you need to watch this video next. And spoiler alert, I did find a listing on Etsy, a sweatshirt listing that was making over $18,000 of revenue each and every month. I'll see you over there.